The instant your salary lands in your bank account, a countdown quietly begins in your mind. In roughly 15 seconds, many people have already started planning how to spend money they haven't even looked at yet. In that brief moment, the brain begins running calculations. How much could go toward a new gadget? How many restaurant deliveries might fit into the month? Or whether those shoes sitting in the online cart since last week can finally be purchased. But imagine if those same 15 seconds could change your entire financial future. Imagine if that tiny window of time determined whether someone remains stuck in a cycle of financial stress or begins building genuine long-term wealth. There is actually a simple habit you can follow every time you receive your income that quietly puts you ahead of the majority of people financially. My name is Finn, and for years I've helped people figure out what to do with their money the moment it appears in their bank accounts. If you're tired of asking yourself where all your money disappears each month and you want to start turning your income into something meaningful, consider subscribing to the channel and supporting the content if you find it useful. Here's a surprising reality. Most people truly have no idea where their money goes after payday. They know the rent eventually gets paid. Somehow there's food in the kitchen, and the streaming subscriptions continue renewing every month. But beyond those basics, their finances are often disorganized and unclear. It's almost as if they're sleepwalking through their financial lives, wondering why nothing is left at the end of the month. The truth is that many individuals treat their paycheck like a surprise gift instead of recognizing it as a powerful tool for building wealth. When the money arrives, excitement takes over. They spend freely on things they likely didn't need, and then spend the following weeks watching their bank balance nervously while cutting back wherever they can. People who succeed financially tend to behave very differently. They follow a system. They rely on a routine that begins the moment their income arrives. That routine isn't complicated or flashy, and it certainly won't earn millions of followers online. But it works. And once you adopt it, you may wonder how you ever handled money any other way. The key is understanding that a paycheck isn't just income. It represents future financial freedom divided into smaller installments. Every dollar that enters your account is a building block that either contributes to long-term wealth or disappears through careless spending. Many people manage money in reverse. They first pay bills, then buy whatever they want, and finally attempt to save whatever remains. Unfortunately, there's usually nothing left to save. It's like pouring water into a bucket that has a large hole at the bottom and wondering why it never fills. Those who successfully accumulate wealth reverse this approach. They prioritize themselves first, intentionally assigning a role to every dollar and ensuring their money works just as hard as they do. Financial success is not only about earning more, although that can certainly help. It is mainly about having a reliable system that functions regardless of income level. Consider this example. Someone earning $50,000 annually who consistently saves and invests 10% of their income will likely be in stronger financial condition than someone earning $100,000 who spends everything they make. The disciplined saver can eventually retire comfortably, while the higher earner may find themselves working far longer simply because they never learned to manage their resources. Before wealth can be built, there must be absolute clarity about where money goes. Not a rough guess or vague impression, but a precise understanding of how every dollar is used. The first step in a paycheck routine might seem dull, yet it is crucial. You must determine what portion of your income goes toward true necessities. These are expenses required for basic living, housing costs such as rent or mortgage payments, essential groceries, transportation needed to get to work, basic utilities, and healthcare. Notice what is not included: premium cable packages, gym memberships that rarely get used, or subscriptions to numerous streaming platforms. These may feel important during moments of entertainment, but they are not essential for survival. Many people struggle with this distinction because they categorize almost everything as a necessity. A high car payment becomes required transportation. Daily cafe visits turn into productivity fuel. weekly restaurant outings become important social experiences. In reality, if more than about 60% of your take-home pay goes toward genuine necessities, it often means one of two things: either you are living in a place that is too expensive relative to your income, or you are labeling luxuries as necessities to justify spending habits. To illustrate, imagine someone earning $75,000 per year. After taxes, they might bring home approximately $4,750 each month. Suppose their rent is $1,800, their car payment is $400, and they spend $500 on groceries. Those expenses total $2,700 monthly, which equals about 57% of their take-home pay. In many higher-cost areas, that is actually fairly reasonable. However, that same person might still feel financially strained once additional spending appears: streaming subscriptions, frequent dining out, daily coffee purchases, and other small expenses that seem insignificant individually but together add up to hundreds of dollars. The critical factor is honesty about the difference between needs and wants. Your long-term financial freedom depends on consistently recognizing that difference. Once you understand how much of your income covers necessities, you immediately know how much remains for everything else. And it is within that remaining portion where wealth building begins. The next step occurs before any optional spending is considered. You must ensure that all required debt payments are made on time. This step is not about eliminating all debt immediately, though that may eventually become the goal. Instead, it protects your credit score and prevents costly penalties that can derail financial progress. A credit score essentially reflects your financial reputation. In today's economic system, that reputation influences many aspects of life. It affects the interest rate on a mortgage, the terms of a car loan, and sometimes even the ability to rent housing or qualify for certain jobs. Interestingly, the difference between excellent credit management and poor credit management can sometimes come down to a single missed payment. Someone who makes 99% of payments on time is viewed positively, but dropping just a couple of payments can dramatically lower a credit score. In school, a 97% grade would earn top marks. In the credit system, it may mark someone as risky. The rules are simple: always make at least the minimum payment on time. While this step may not feel exciting, it forms the foundation of long-term financial stability. After the foundation is secure, attention turns to something many people postpone until it becomes urgent: an emergency fund. At first glance, an emergency fund may seem boring. It simply sits in an account waiting for something to go wrong. But its importance cannot be overstated. Life frequently presents unexpected expenses: a car repair, a broken laptop at the worst possible moment, or sudden medical costs. The goal is to accumulate enough savings to cover 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in an account that can be accessed immediately. This money should not be invested in volatile markets where it might lose value at the exact moment it is needed, nor locked away where access is restricted. Returning to our earlier example, if someone's monthly necessities total $2,700, their emergency fund should ideally range between about $8,000 and $16,000. That may seem overwhelming initially, especially for someone living paycheck to paycheck. But remember, it is built gradually. Beyond financial security, an emergency fund also provides peace of mind. Knowing that several months of expenses are covered changes how people approach life. It allows them to face challenges with greater confidence. However, a common mistake is attempting to turn the emergency fund into an investment vehicle. Some people place it in risky assets seeking higher returns or lock it into accounts that restrict access. When an emergency finally occurs, the funds may either be unavailable or worth less than expected. An emergency fund should remain simple and liquid, often a high-yield savings account insured by the government. Its purpose is stability, not profit. Once an emergency fund is established, a person moves from basic financial survival into true wealth-building territory. The next step is investing for the future. This is where compound growth begins working in your favor. If an employer offers a retirement plan with matching contributions, that opportunity should be prioritized immediately. Employer matching is essentially free money. For example, if a company matches 3% of an employee's salary and that employee earns $60,000 annually, contributing $1,800 per year would prompt the employer to add another $1,800. Instantly, the investment doubles. Beyond the employer match, a reasonable goal is to invest roughly 10% of gross income toward retirement. Although this may appear challenging at first, the long-time horizon of investing makes it powerful. Consider the effect of starting early. Someone investing $300 each month beginning at age 25, earning an average return of 8% annually, could accumulate around $1 million by age 65. Waiting until age 35 to start investing the same amount might result in only about $400,000. 10 years of delay can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Despite this, many people delay investing because they search endlessly for the perfect strategy. They analyze countless funds, compare fees, and attempt to time markets. In reality, a simple diversified index fund tracking the overall stock market is sufficient for most long-term investors. Consistency matters far more than complexity. After retirement contributions are underway, attention can shift toward eliminating non-mortgage debt. Two popular strategies exist. The avalanche method focuses on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, minimizing total interest costs. The snowball method prioritizes the smallest balances, allowing debts to disappear quickly and providing psychological motivation. Both approaches work if followed consistently. Many people prefer the snowball method because early victories create momentum. Personal finance often depends as much on psychology as mathematics. Once debt is under control and retirement contributions are established, additional investment options can be explored. For example, certain retirement accounts allow investments to grow entirely tax-free after contributions are made with already taxed income. Other investment accounts may require taxes on gains but offer flexibility. Successful investors generally adopt a long-term mindset. Rather than constantly buying and selling assets in pursuit of quick profits, they allow investments to grow steadily over time while minimizing taxes. The final step that ties everything together is automation. Human willpower fluctuates. On a motivated Monday morning, managing finances carefully may feel easy. By Thursday evening after a long week, that discipline can disappear. Automation removes this emotional variability. When income arrives, automatic transfers can move money towards savings, investments, and financial goals without requiring constant decisions. This ensures that money is allocated according to the plan regardless of mood or energy levels. For example, after a paycheck arrives, automatic transfers might move predetermined amounts into savings, investment accounts, or goal-specific funds. Once the system is in place, it functions quietly in the background. The only mistake people commonly make with automation is forgetting to update it when circumstances change. A salary increase should usually lead to increased savings. When a debt is paid off, the same payment amount can be redirected toward investing. Ultimately, this routine is simple but powerful. Treat your paycheck not as spending money but as a tool for building wealth. Automate your plan, remain consistent, and over time the results can be remarkable. In a few years, what once seemed complicated may look surprisingly straightforward while others continue wondering where their money disappeared.